Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Fox Creek football. Predators take the field. They are 0-2 on the season, taking on the Orangeburg-Wilkinson Bruins, who are 2-1 on the season. Orangeburg won the toss and elected to defer until the second half, so the Preds will receive first attempt at some points. Coming in with you for some Region 5 3A action. We got just a rundown of the standings real quick. We've got Gilbert leading the way at 3-0. Orangeburg-Wilkinson in second place, 2-1. Strom-Thurmond third place, 1-1. Brooklyn-Casey 1-2. And Swansea and Fox Creek both winless at the bottom. Hoping to turn it around tonight. We've got number 11 on the return. That's Mike Adams. He brings it up to the 20-yard line where the Predators will take over 1st and 10. Preds looking to pick up some offense in the first half. We've yet to score a first half touchdown, and so Coach Dorn calling the plays is going to see if we can do a little razzle-dazzle here on the get-go. Interviewing him earlier, he planned to open it up a little bit, spread it around, and I think we might see a little trickery here on this first go. But let's see. We've got Johnson back in the gun. He's going to sling it out to Mike Adams, and he has got a guy wide open downfield. He chucks it down. He's got, and he's intercepted by number 21 for the Bruins, Dalen Buckery, and he's going to return it inside the Predator 30. Had it, just might have held on to it just a tad bit too long, but a nice pick there by Orangeburg-Wilkinson, and they'll take over 1st and 10 at the Predator 28-yard line. So the double pass there had the man. It just wasn't executed to perfection, and Orangeburg-Wilkinson took advantage of the mistake there, and they'll take over 1st and 10. Anthony Mack, their quarterback, in the gun all by himself. Got some guys subbing in and out here. On comes number 4, Donovan Chappell. Tight formation run by the Bruins on the first go. And there's to give to number 23, Jaquan Gwinyard. And he is going to have a nice first down gain of about 11 yards. Be very close, and they'll go ahead and give him the first down. So it'll be Bruins 1st and 10 at the Predator 17-yard line. Bruins coming off a big victory last week against Strom-Thurmond, where they took home the victory 23-13. So a very strong win for the Bruins, hoping to carry that momentum into this game against the Preds. Little read option there. Matt keeps it. He's not going to get much. I think all options were secured up by that Pred front line there. Very nice defensive stop on first down. That was one of the big parts of the Predators' defensive struggles during the first couple of games was that first down. And I think teams were averaging roughly 7-8 yards on that first down gain, and there's not a whole lot your defense can do when your back's up against the wall like that almost every series. So a nice first down contained there for the Preds. Pass incomplete by Mack. Tried to throw a quick slant over the middle to Chappell. And this will bring up a 3rd and 9 situation for the Bruins. And a great chance for the Preds to come off that first possession turnover and hopefully hold OW to maybe just a field goal attempt. Be interesting to see. They're sort of in that zone here where they might try. It might be 4-down territory for them. We'll see. This play call will tell a lot to see what their coach is thinking. Drops back, just a quick route there, complete to number 19, and he looked like he stretched it out for the Bruin first down. That's Maurice Livingston. So Mack threw a little quick out to Livingston, and it does look like the refs are going to give him a first down. So unfortunately for the Preds, unable to capitalize there on those 1st and 2nd down stops. It'll be 1st and goal for OW at the Preds 6-yard line. We got Mack in the gun. Isaiah Tyler back there with him. Looks like everybody went the wrong way there. And Mack is taken down in the backfield. He'll lose maybe 1 yard. Number 25 for the Preds in on the stop. That's Malik Thomas. So it'll be 2nd down and goal from the 7. We've got an official timeout for an injury there for a player for OW. Looks like he was shaken up on the play, but he's running off under his own strength, so that's always good news. But they'll take a quick breather while everybody gets themselves together. And we're ready for 2nd down and goal from the 7-yard line. Got Isaiah Tyler back there with Mack in the gun. Bad snap, but it goes straight to Tyler, and he is met immediately by the Predators, and he's only going to get about 2 yards before he is taken down. And it's going to bring up a 3rd and goal situation for the Bruins. Another chance for the Predator defense to make that stop and get out of here, hopefully unscathed, and hold them to just a field goal attempt, or maybe even force a turnover this close. Looks like they've got 4 wide. There's the read option, and he is going to take it right into the end zone. That was a nice pull there by Anthony Mack, and the Bruins are on the board first with his 5-yard waltz into the end zone. And the Bruins will come on for the extra point attempt. They line up and do motion on the line. Dontarique Nash-Perkins on for the point after attempt. Snap a little low, but a nice hold there by OW, and the point after is good. And with 8:38 left in the first quarter, your score OW 7 and Fox Creek 0. And we'll take a quick timeout to go to our sponsors, and we'll be back with you very shortly. Thank you for listening. All right, and welcome back. We got Nash Perkins on to kick for the Bruins. Mike Adams deep to return for the Preds. Low kick, but a penalty flag before the kick. And this looks like false start call against the kicking team, and that'll set the Bruins back 5 yards. And they will try it again. But like I said, OW coming off a nice win against Strom Thurmond, 23-13. Their other win this season came against Swansea, where they easily defeated them 36-13. And OW's only loss coming to Gilbert this year, 32-13. So they are 2-1 on the season and currently in 2nd place in Region 5 3A. OW 4A team last year, and with the realignment moved down to 3A, as Fox Creek was 2A last year, moving on up to 3. And there's a little squib kick taken there, but looks like number 16, Shaquem Young, and he is going to bring it out to about the 42-yard line of Fox Creek, where they'll take over 1st and 10. So first drive of the game, little trickery. Double pass, went over to Mike Adams to the left, and then just missed the open man out, and that's a bad snap. Johnson will fall on it, and looks like we'll lose about 5 yards on that play. It's another important measure of tonight's game in our offense is making sure that we move forward on first down. We've really struggled moving the ball on those first down attempts, and we've put ourselves into these holes where we got 2nd and 15, second and over 10 yards. There's the handoff to Cash there. That's not going to get much of anything. We're keeping on moving backwards a touch. And we will be about 3rd and we'll call it 19. From our own 34-yard line. Johnson's going to be back there by himself. He's got 5 wide. It's like the corners are playing back. Johnson's going to roll to his left. He's going to fire over the middle, and he's got Chandler O'Bannon complete up to the 46-yard line, but it's still going to be short due to the 1st and 2nd down losses. And it'll be 4th and about 7, and on comes Stampley to boot it away. Stampley's had a pretty successful season kicking. He's got a great leg, and let's see if we can't get a great snap to him, some good protection. He can show off the form. Snap is good. Kick just off the side of his foot. And Quincy Wells will down it at the 43-yard line. So not the best of kicks from Stampley there. I know he'll be disappointed with that. And OW will have some good field position for their 2nd drive of tonight. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 43-yard line. Fox Creek season's been just 2 games so far. We had a game that was moved against Swansea due to some health concerns. And so therefore, only 2 games. Our first one against Brooklyn Casey and the second one against Gilbert. Unfortunately, both ended up on the losing end for us, but like I said, hoping to bounce back tonight. That was number 23 for the Bruins, Wynyard on the carry. He's going to gain about 4. 2nd down and 6 for the Bruins. Wynyard again on the carry, and he is going to break one open, and he's going to get outside. It's going to be into the 1st down, but I'm afraid for the Bruins that's going to come all the way back as there's some laundry on the field. And usually when it's in that area, it means a hold. And my intuition for once in my life is correct. And we will be moving back 10 yards, and they'll redo this 2nd down. So it's going to be 2nd and 16 for the Bruins, and this is a great position for the Preds. See if we can't get a stop and get that ball back quickly. There's Mack. He's back to pass. Not a whole lot open behind him. He's going to scramble. He's going to make a little bit of something there. He's going to get past the original line of scrimmage. Quincy Wells on the takedown, and it's going to be a 3rd and 8 for the Bruins. Bruins 2 for 2 on 3rd down so far. They had 2 conversions on the first drive, 1 on a goal to go, and then the second one they did a little quick out to Max Wright, complete to number 4, Donovan Chappell. So let's see what they draw up for this 3rd down. Got 2 safeties deep. And he's going to roll right again, and looks like he's got that same play open. It's going to be complete to number 19, but a nice stop there by the Preds that's going to hold them short of the 1st down. So Mack rolled out and completed to number 19, Maurice Livingston. But we're unable to convert, and it's going to bring up a 4th and 4, and the offense is still on the field for OW. Big play here for the Preds. This will lead to great field position if we can get a stop. Mack in the backfield. He's got Isaiah Tyler back there with him. OW surveying. Looks like they're going to change the play, or at least switch the direction of the play. Snap. It's going to be his own read again. Oh, and he is going to slip down, and the Predators are going to take over on downs. They'll have it 1st and 10 at midfield. Great defensive stop by the Preds there. And I think the key play on that defensive stand was that third down. Mack rolled out to his right, hit the open receiver, Livingston. But number 12 for the Predators, Talik Overton, was right there and made the great tackle to keep them from getting that first down, which set up that fourth down play. So we've got Johnson tossing out to his right, slinging it out. He's got number, who we got? We got number 11. That's, sorry, Mike Adams. He's going to gain 5 on that. It's going to bring down a 2nd and 5. Nice first down play. If we can get that going all night long, it'll give our offense a much better chance at putting a lot of points on the board. This first down that we have struggled. There's a handoff up the middle. It's going to get about 3. Cash Johnson on the carry. Be a 3rd, and it's a long 3. But this is much more manageable than 3rd and 10 plus. Johnson's got trip receivers to his left. And looks like they jumped, and we'll take that free first down. Offside will be the call against OW, and that'll give us enough real estate to move the chains. First and 10 Predators, 3:55 left in the first quarter, 7-0 OW. But the Predators are on the move after a nice defensive stop right at midfield. Johnson trips to his left. He's going to toss it out there again to O'Bannon, just out of his reach. Number 14 for Orangeburg-Wilkinson, DeQuan Cobbs was right there to interfere with the pass. And it'll be 2nd down and 10 coming up for Fox Creek. Like I said, Predators opened up against Gilbert and against Brooklyn Casey. Both of those end up as loss. But this is one of the things that the Preds have done very well on the offensive line this year, is getting the other team's line to jump. And we're getting that free yardage. So what we had there was a 2nd and 10, which, you know, probably most likely a passing situation. Now we've got 2nd and 5. It opens up the playbook a lot more. Now we can run to gain a few yards here, have a 3rd and short. We can also sling the ball a little bit, so it's going to make their backs play a little bit safer. There's a pass out to the right, caught by number 11. That's Michael Adams. Might have lost a yard, actually, on that completion. Jalen Carson there on the takedown, and it is 3rd and 7 now for the Preds. Probably 4-down territory, I would imagine. So we could be looking at 2 downs to get these 7 yards. There's Johnson. He's going to roll right. He's got 3 receivers over there. He's going to pitch and catch it right there to number 2. Oh, but they call it incomplete to Chandler O'Bannon. Looks like he had a foot on the line. So it will be 4th down and 7. And there doesn't seem to be any sign of the punt team. And the Preds will go for it once again. We've got trip receivers left and 2 to his right, so we got 5 wide. Oh, and he jumped again, but no call. Change the play at the line using this new pinwheel system from Coach Dorn. He's going to roll out to the left. He's got a man open. If Johnson can find him, just overshot his receiver. Looks like Deja Miles over there, and the Bruins will take over on down. 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line. So a nice series just kind of stalled out there. Resulted from a nice defensive stand at midfield, picked up a 1st down, had a 2nd and 5, and then just couldn't make anything of it. So OW will take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line. Mack is back at quarterback. And number 23, Jaquan Ginyard, is going to get the carry. He's not getting anywhere. Dawson Lewis makes sure of that. He's going to lose about 3 yards, bring up a 2nd and 13 for the Bruins. Leading tacklers on the defensive side for the Predators this year. Number 28, Dawson Lewis, and number 24, Jijuan Hudson. Both of them have had a serious presence on the defensive side for the Preds. So play action, pass out complete. Gonna be number 4, Donovan Chappell, but he's not going to get too much there. And it's going to bring up another 3rd and long, this time 3rd and 8. 1:51 left in the first quarter. Your score, Orangeburg-Wilkinson 7, Fox Creek nothing. But much better defensive play so far this game. Got 3rd and 8. We've got Mac Brolin right. He's going to scramble back around. He's not getting away from Dawson. Dawson's got him back there. A nice takedown in the backfield for a sack. It's going to be loss of about 6. And it'll bring up 4th down and 13. And the Bruins will be forced to punt at this time. Dawson Lewis, 2 big tackles on that series, both for losses. And that's going to result in a punt and some nice field position, most likely coming up for the Preds. Buckery on to punt for the Bruins. Good snap. Well handled. Oh, and that's going to be a clipping call against the Preds. Turner on the return there. He got just past the 20, but it's going to be set back a little bit further with that illegal block. So Fox Creek will take over 1st and 10 on, see, I haven't finished marking off the penalty yet. Looks like the officials are still chatting it up a touch. And he's almost ready to give us the call. We know it's against Fox Creek. Let's find out how much. Personal foul call against the Preds will set us back 15. We got 1 ball coming over on the field, and it looks like they have come to a consensus that we will start our drive 1st and 10 at our own 7.5-yard line. So 92 and change to go for the Preds. Johnson back. He's got, looks like Quincy Wells and Cash back there with him. There's the handoff to Wells. And he might have gotten 1 or 2. Bring up a 2nd down and 8 for the Preds. And that'll bring us down to the end of the first quarter. And our score at the end of 1, OW7, Fox Creek 0. But we do have the ball, 2nd and 8. It is at our own 8-yard line, but hopefully we can get this drive going. We'll be back with you for the second quarter in just a few. We're going to go pay a few sponsorship bills now. Thank you for listening. All right, welcome back to Fox Creek Predator football. It is the start of the second quarter, 2nd down and 8 for the Preds deep in our own territory. There's the handoff. By number 3, Cash Johnson. Not a whole lot of room to work with. We might have even lost a couple there. It's going to be 3rd down and 10 for Fox Creek. And once again, these are the situations that are tough to get out of. These 3rd and long distance to cover. But Johnson's got trip receivers to his right. He's going to roll that way. He's got a lot of pressure. He gets it away just in time. And let's hope there was an eligible receiver there, because that might have been intentional grounding and a safety call, but he did have the back out there. Very heads-up play there by Cash Johnson to be that eligible receiver, turn around and establish himself as one. So Jaden did have an outlet to where he could just toss it into the dirt and not be called for that penalty. But with the silver lining there on that 3rd down, it is 4th and 10, and Stampley will be punting out of his own end zone. Jalen Carson back to return. Snap is good. Kick, a nice spiral. And that's going to get an excellent Predator bounce. And we'll be down at the 49-yard line of the Predators. So a 40-plus yard punt there by Stampley. And I know he'll be much more pleased with that effort. So second quarter action, 11:08 left in the half. Your score, Orangeburg-Wilkinson 7 and Fox Creek 0. Another score from around the region. Gilbert is currently up on Strom-Thurmond 7-0. That score is in the second quarter. But we'll go back to ours now. A little play action. Looks like he is fully covered back there. Oh, but he ran a nice route, little out. Both safeties went with the deep man, and a nice completion there. That'll be to number 5, Horace Jacques, on the carry. I'm sorry, on the completion. Anthony Mack did a pump fake. Both of the safeties went with the deep man, and then Jacques went out to the left, found some open space, and Mack was able to hit him for a big gain down to the 12-yard line. They're going to hand it off now. That's number 23 on the carry, but he's not going to get much. Several Preds there in on the tackle. And Ginyard looks to have lost maybe 1 yard. So it'll be 2nd down and 11. Connor Morgan on the stop for the Preds. Nice takedown in the backfield there by Morgan. So have 2nd and 12 now for the Bruins. They're going to throw the fade route. A nice ball just out of the reach of the intended receiver there. Good coverage on the play by Fox Creek. Number 18 for the Bruins, the intended receiver, that was Jordan Perry. Bryson Johnson had the great coverage there on the left. It looks like he was in the huddle for that one. Knew exactly what they were doing. It was a good ball, a good route, but Bryson was right there for it. So another big third down play here coming up for the Bruins. Mack back in the gun. He's going to do a read option, and he's going to slip. It looks like his knee was down, but no whistle. It didn't matter much because he's not getting anything, but it'll bring up 4th and 10. So it looked like a little bit of an RPO there, and Mack decided to keep it, slipped, and was gobbled up by a few Preds, and we've got 4th and 10, and the Bruins don't seem to be sending a kicker out on the field, and it looks like they may roll the dice here, second quarter, try to get some more points on the board via the touchdown route. It looks like they want a little bit more thought, and OW will take their first timeout of the half, and we'll take our timeout as well. We'll be back with you in just a few moments for this 4th and 11 play. All right, we're back with you for 4th and 11 for the Bruins. This would be a huge stop for the Preds if they can make it. But if they run that fade route again, Bryson had it the first time, and Bryson's not going to let them get it on the second time again. I'm surprised they went back to the well. It was dry on the first time, and Bryson did not let his teammates down on the second. He was all alone out there on the island covering that fade. The first time it was a great ball, just wasn't able to make a play on it. And the second time they went right back to it. And Bryson was not caught off guard, made a nice play, and the Preds got it 1st and 10. We go behind center for the first time of the game. Hand off to Cash Johnson. Might have gained 1 yard on the play. Second down and 9 coming up for the Preds. Time number 2 behind center. Play action. Johnson's going to lob it up, 50-50 ball, just out of the reach of Chandler O'Bannon. Number 24 for the Bruins, Jalen Carson, was running step for step with him. O'Bannon does have a serious height advantage over Carson. The ball just out of reach, and it might have taken O'Bannon out of bounds as well. But so far, out of all the plays run, we've had 2 lined up behind center. And this will be the 3rd straight one. This might be a record for our region this season. Play action, Johnson, not a whole lot of time, but he finds the man. Tight end over the middle, that's number 88, R.J. Ramp. And he is going to have a completed pass or completed catch up to the 20-yard line. It's going to be 4th down and 2 for the Predators. And there's no sign of Stamp. And in 4th and 2, it looks like we are going to roll the dice here. Gutsy call here. Johnson behind center. He's going to go check the play. I wonder if this is one where our line tries to get us to jump and we call a timeout. That looks to be what it's going to be. So timeout, Fox Creek. And I wonder if Coach Stewart will send on Stamp to punt it away. This will be a very gutsy call early in the second half, only down 7-0 to OW. But our defense has provided that nice safety net. They've made some big stops so far in the game. Just a reminder, we are live with you every Friday night through YouTube Live. We appreciate you guys tuning in and listening to us. We've got Mr. Holloway on the camera, and he makes this production look good. And if you're not on mute, you listen to me babble on for a little bit. And every now and then I might get a name right. But thank you so much for tuning in, and thank you to our sponsors for the Booster Club for the 2021 season. We're very excited just to have some football this season. With the COVID-19 virus and pandemic going on, we have some limitations in play and limited tickets, which is why we decided to jump right into the YouTube broadcast and hopefully give you guys that might not have had a chance to get a ticket or may just want to watch from the comfort of your own home. But here we are, 4th and 2, and they did do a little mind change. We've got Stampley out to punt it away to OW. Oh, it's a bad snap, Stamp. He's got some time. Let's see what he does with it. He's going to scramble around in the back. Let's see if he can just toss it out. Doesn't look like he is going to get out of the end zone. Let's see. They do call it a safety. They do call it a safety. The head man said safety. So that'll be 2 points in the favor of OW. So Stampley tried his best to get out of the end zone, but just was unable to get across that pylon. And unfortunate, because the Preds were playing so well, especially on the defensive end. And it seems almost like a gift of 2 points. But currently it's 9-0, 7:42 left in the first half. And the Preds will have to kick off from the 20-yard line. So OW will probably have good field position to start off this next drive. And Stamp on the kick. Will be kicking from our own 20. Number 24, Jalen Carson, back to receive for OW. And Stamp with a very nice kick. Carson takes it at the 29. He's going to run straight ahead, right into the pack of everything. He's going to bring it out to about midfield, where OW will take over 1st and 10. So not too terrible field position, well, from our perspective at least. For your OW, you're probably very pleased with this. But the way our defense has been playing, they've very much so contained a lot of what OW has thrown at us so far. The one scoring drive they did have, they started deep in Predator territory. There's a handoff there to number 8 from Mack, who was in the backfield. He's going to gain about 15. It's Isaiah Tyler on the carry. Nice first down run for the Bruins. And they'll have another first down coming up from the Predator 35-yard line. They'll go right back to it, but the Preds knew that was coming. And a nice pursuit there by number 23, Quincy Wells. Be a loss of 3 and bring up a 2nd down and 13. You can see there on the replay, the Preds knew it was coming. Quincy Wells blew up the middle of the line, and a nice hit placed on their running back. And a loss of 3 and a great play for first down to set up the 2nd and long situation. There's Mack back. He's going to toss it out to the left. That's incomplete. Intended for Jordan Perry. They've gone his way a lot so far, but haven't been too successful. So it's going to bring up a 3rd and 13, and once again, this Predator defense forcing these 3rd and long situations. We'll see what OW does. I imagine they're playing this 4-down territory as well, so they might not necessarily go for all 13 here, but try to chunk. He's going to roll out, and he is going to be, catch incomplete. That's to number 19, Maurice Livingston. He slips and falls, and it's going to be a 4th and 8. So far, OW's had a tough time with the turf. A lot of slipping and sliding on their end, and it's cost them some yardage on some of these plays. But we've got 4th down and another huge play for the Predator defense. We've got Mack back in the gun. It's a low snap. He's looking out to the left. He's going to pass. Very nice catch made there by number 4 for the Bruins, Donovan Chappell. There was good coverage on the play by Juwan Hudson, but it's just a great toss and a great catch by OW. You can see Mack drop back. They just run 4 verticals there. Juwan had coverage, just got up over the top of Hudson, made a nice play, and it's going to end up in a 1st and goal situation from the 2. That took the wind out of the sails of the defense just a tad on that nice 4th down conversion played by OW. There's the handoff to number 2. He's not going to get anything there. It's Antonio Williams. That's his first chance tonight. It'll be 2nd and goal. Defensive line has had nice pursuit so far. And it hasn't helped that OW's had some footing issues so far. But they've got their big formation in. They're going Mack behind center. It's got number 2, Antonio Williams, in, and we've got a timeout on the field for the Preds. And we'll take that with them, and we'll be back in just a minute. Thank you for listening. All right, welcome back. We have got 2nd and goal from the 2-yard line for OW. There's 4:54 left in the half. It is 9-0 in favor of the Bruins. And the ref signals it's time to play. We've got Antonio Williams as the deep back. Mack behind center. There's the handoff to Williams, and he is going to cross the plane in for a Bruin touchdown. So they just ran off the left. Most of their runs so far have been to the right. They switched it. They went left, and they were rewarded with 6 points. But a good defensive series there. Just that one play where they ran the 4 verts. Great ball thrown by the OW quarterback and a great catch made by the receiver. Point after attempt is through, and with 4:49 left in the half, your score, OW 16, Fox Creek 0. So once again, OW 2-1 in the region, Fox Creek 0-2. OW currently 2nd. And they were 4A last year. They moved down to 3A, and we were 2A last year, moving up to 3A. And, over the past 5 years, OW has been in 4A. And 4 out of the last 5 years, they have gotten to the playoffs and been knocked out in the first round. The only anomaly there would be in 2016, where they made it all the way to the 3rd round. before getting knocked out by Hartsville 35-20. But 6-5 last year, 2-1 so far, so they're on the up and up. And we've got Aaron Tinker on now to kick deep for the Bruins. And the kick will be taken inside the red zone. Might have grabbed the face mask there, but it doesn't look like we'll get a flag on that. But Chris Turner brings it up to about the 25-yard line, where Fox Creek will take over 1st and 10. All right, last drive went 3 and out, and unfortunately the out was a bad snap on a punt. And first down here, looks like we're going to lose a yard. A bad snap, fielded well by Johnson. Made the most of a tough situation. Gets almost back to the original line of scrimmage, but it'll be 2nd and 11 for the Preds. And about 4 minutes left in quarter number 2. There's a handoff to Cash. He's going to get back to the original line of scrimmage. Might have gained 1 there, but not a whole lot of room to run before the OW Bruins gobbled them up. And we've got a 3rd and long for Fox Creek. Johnson in the gun. He's got Cash Johnson to his right, as well as trip receivers. Looks like they're bringing some pressure. They're rushing 5. Pass over the middle, incomplete, intended for Dajan Miles. A lot of traffic over the middle. Looks like Miles might have had some room, but the ball was thrown well out in front of him. That even if he did catch it, it would have been a diving catch, and therefore would have been down where he landed. But that'll bring up another 4th and 10 and another 3 and out for the offense. Definitely had our chances tonight. Just had that, seems like one play per series that has just set us back and put us in a hole that we couldn't crawl out of. Stamp back to punt. Snap was juggled a little bit, but a nice high kick out to the right. And that's going to take a very favorable roll for the Predators and finally be downed by number 13, Hayden Rogers, at the 37-yard line of the Bruins. A nice punt by Stamp. Bruins will take over 1st and 10 inside their own territory. And so far, defense has played very well. We had that first drive where OW scored. They had great field position inside the Predator 25-yard line, so the backs were already against the wall. We had forced into 2 third downs, which they were then able to convert. And then they had a 4th and long conversion on the last drive that helped them get points. There's the handoff to Isaiah Tyler, and he's going to get 11. And bring up another 1st and 10 for the Bruins. Going to go right back to that same well. Number 11, Isaiah Tyler. I'm sorry, number 8, Isaiah Tyler. Bradley Brown with a big hit on him there. It'll bring up 2nd down and 4 for the Bruins. They're going to do a read option there. Mack's going to keep it. He's going to get to the Predator 40-yard line, and that'll be good enough for an OW first down. .226 left in the half. OW probably thinking that they don't want the Preds to see the ball again in half one. Very nice play there by the Predators. Great pursuit. That's Tommy Priester. They got right in the backfield, disrupted the play. That's going to be a loss of 4. Penalty marker down on the field. Let's see what the call is. It's in the area of holding, but the line of scrimmage was moved backwards so much that I'm not sure what the result of this one will be. But a great pursuit nonetheless by the Preds on that first down play. Seems to be a hefty amount of discussion here for this penalty. And looks like it's going to go against OW. There, it's not. They're going to wave it off. So they only thought they saw something. But they waved off the flag in the end, and here we are playing ball again. Second down and 14, just under 2 minutes left in the half. Mack back in the gun. Bad snap over his head. Mack's just going to play it safe, fall on it. That's going to take him back into Bruin territory at about the 45-yard line. And it is going to be 3rd and 25 coming up for OW. Not a whole lot of plays in the playbook for 3rd and 25, but I imagine the 4 verts might be on the table. If you're Fox Creek, you want to make sure you play safe. There they go. They're dropping the safeties back, dropping the corners back. Nothing gets behind you here if you're the Predators. And there's some laundry before we get started. Let's see who is overly ambitious on this one. OW throwing their hands up in the air like they're the guilty ones. And they are. Offside call against OW. Rarely see an offside call against the offense. But if you're watching right now, you saw one of those rarities in football. Usually it's a false start or illegal motion penalty before the snap. But now we've got 3rd and 30. And they're going to play it safe. Do a little read option handoff to number 23, Jaquan Gwynyard. A nice stop there by number 22 for the Preds, Connor Morgan. And it's going to bring up 4th, and we'll call it 22. Might be an obvious punting situation most of the time. The clock ticks down. I wonder if they'll see if they will let time expire. I don't know if there's enough time on the play clock for this to happen. But 4th and 22, and unless you're playing Madden with your friends, you punt it on this one. Chris Turner back deep to return for the Preds. 15 seconds now left in the half. Very nice high kick. It's probably going to bounce and might run the clock out. Well, they down it with 4 seconds left. Might have been wise just to let that one down itself and let the whistles blow that one. But nonetheless, 4 seconds, not a whole lot of time to conjure up some magic. Let's see what Coach Dorn has got up his sleeve, or if we're just going to take a knee and take it on to the locker room. Johnson comes out. He's got 4 wide. OW with 4 deep. Yeah, we're going to sling it here. And O'Bannon complete. Oh, he's going to drop the football. Fumble on the play, a nice completion, but he's going to be tackled by Dajan Miles. No harm, no foul. Some nice yardage gain for O'Bannon and Johnson there to round out the first half. Fumble was recovered by the Bruins, tackled right after that, and we'll go into the half. Your score, OW 16 and Fox Creek 0. A very good half of football played by the Predators. OW really only had 1 drive that was sustainable for any great distance of yardage, and that was only kept alive by a 4th and 13 conversion where Mack dropped back and threw a nice ball just over the head of Jawan Hudson, and it was a very nice catch made by one of the Bruin receivers that got it down to the 2-yard line. They were able to punch it in from there. But other than that, they had the game didn't go our way on there, but had the man open. We're just unable to execute. But that set up a short field for the OW offense. They were able to convert, but they did have 2 third-down conversions that they had to get. Unfortunately, we just failed to stop them on those third-down plays, and they took off 7-0. We had the safety. It was a bad snap over the punter's head in the end zone. Stamp was unable to recover it and get out of the end zone, and so that led us to 16-0. But overall, a great first half of football played by the Preds. Offense had a few stalls there, weren't able to sustain anything for a long period of time, but the defense, I think, was the story of the first half for Fox Creek. A lot of great plays. We held them on first down. We forced them into 3rd and long, and therefore we're able to get our offense more chances out on the field. Hopefully we'll turn it around and get some points on the board in the second half, but we'll be back in about 10 minutes with you. But thank you so much for listening to Predator Football on YouTube Live. All right, we're back with you guys for the second half. Once again, 16-0, OW with the lead over Fox Creek. But a much better performance in this first half, especially on the defensive side of the ball. Some nice movement of the line back for the Preds that's allowed us to get some good stops, especially some third and longs. A nice kick there by Stamp, picked up, and he's not going very far. Juwan Hudson stops him back inside the 10-yard line, and a great start for the Predators as OW will be backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost as they will take over 1st and 10 at their own 8-yard line. Nice play there by Juwan as he made some nice pursuit there on special teams to get back there and take the return man down. All right, so we got OW coming out 1st and 10 at their own 8. Mack in the backfield, and he's got number 23 Gwynyard in there. He's going to do the read option again. He's been able to do that pretty well tonight, especially when he's kept it. He's going to get across the 21-yard line for an OW first down, and that's a nice start for the Bruins on this drive as they were backed up pretty far. Chain Gang got a little ambitious there, especially the 10-yard marker. Some confusion over there on the sideline, but they got it all back together. Hope you guys were able to see that. Coach Smith over there on the gang. Mack down. He's going to pull it. A little RPO there, and that's going to be 6 on the slant route for OW. That is Maurice Livingston. And touchdown for the Bruins. Not the way the defense wanted to start out half number 2. So the Preds had a nice special teams play by Juwan Hudson to pin the Bruins back inside their own 10. And in 2 plays, the Bruins take it 92 yards for an opening drive score. Here's OW on for the point after attempt. It is up, and it is good. And with 11 minutes left to go in this third quarter, your score, OW 23, Fox Creek 0. Very deflating play there. It was just a nicely run RPO by Mack. Had the play action there, pulled it, and then hit the slant route over the middle. The corner made the attempt for the tackle just out of his reach, and the speed of Livingston got him in the zone for 6. But Fox Creek will look to get some offense going on their first drive for the second half. Got Aaron Tinker on. Again, his second time kicking off tonight for OW. And back deep to return for the Predators is Anthony Franklin and Chris Turner. Franklin on the top of your screen. Turner closest to us. And take with a nice kick there. And the return by Anthony Franklin to the Predator 25-yard line. Well, they'll mark him down, and they'll start 1st and 10 from there. Once again, as we've mentioned, we're sort of in this COVID season, and where it's almost like every game could be your last for the season, depending on teams and health and all of that. But we've been fortunate so far. This is our 3rd game of the season, and we had one that was shifted around with Swansea that was supposed to be last week. But overall, we've been very fortunate as far as that's concerned to get these games in. There's a handoff right there to Cash. He's going to gain about 3 yards. So if you have followed college and pro football, you notice that they've had some rearranging of the schedules as well, some games that have been postponed, some that have been moved around. I think the silver lining has been some games on some night where there usually isn't any games. There's a handoff to Quincy Wells. He's going to bowl over the Bruin defender. He's going to gain about 3. For instance, this week we had the regular Monday night football game, and then we had the Tuesday night football game. So it was welcomed in my household by, well, at least one member, which was me. I don't know that my significant other is as excited about some of these schedule changes with the football games as I am. And Quincy Wells with the carry there. He's going to get across the first down marker, and it'll be a new set of downs for the Preds. It looks like they have found a little bit of something here in the running game. 3 straight runs and a first down. Johnson back. He's got Wells and Cash back there with him. Going to go misdirection there. He's going to go right to Cash. Cash is going to pick up 4. Be second down and 6. And the O-line starting to establish a little bit of push. And they might be setting up for a throw here. And the upcoming downs, they're going to misdirect and go right to Quincy Wells. And Quincy is going to take 7 or 8 Bruins to midfield, and he is not down yet. The whistle has blown. And that has set a little spark there for the Predator offense, and it is 1st and 10 for Fox Creek as they go into Bruin territory. You can see on that replay, well, it didn't take just 1 or 2 Bruins to bring down Quincy. It had to be a band of them. And here's Johnson back to pass. They've set it up nicely. They baited the backs in. Pass is intercepted by OW, and just a crushing turnover there. The intended pass was for Mike Adams, and number 21 for OW. That's Dalen Buckery picked it off. And just unfortunate there, as we had a great drive going, a couple first downs, but you can see the ball was just a touch underthrown. Buckery was able to get right underneath it, pick it off, and he had a nice return into Predator territory. Looks like they're going to mark him out at the 46-yard line of Fox Creek, where OW will take over 1st and 10. So 8 minutes, 15 seconds left in the third quarter. 23-0, OW is up. And the Preds look like they had a promising drive there. Just took the wind out of the sails there. There's number 23 for the Bruins on the carry, Jaquan Gwynyard. And he is going to get 5. But there's some laundry in the middle, and that, once again, is in that area of holding. And I would be 90% sure that's what the call is going to be. But let's see if I'm proven right. Oh, yeah. Holding call against OW. That'll move them back 10. And we'll have 1st down and 20 coming up for the Bruins. So what a crushing play there. Interception thrown by Johnson, and a nice return by the Bruins. We had some nice momentum. We established it on the run, tried to catch them off guard with the pass, and it just didn't work out. We have some disruption there in the backfield. It looked like Dawson Lewis on the initial contact, and it looks like number 7 for the Preds, Bryson Johnson, was in there to clean it up. But once again, another great first down defensive stop for Fox Creek that's going to put OW in a second and really long position to where there's not a whole lot of plays for. So 2nd down, we'll call it about 23 from the OW 41-yard line. And at this point, you kind of want to attempt to maybe get back to the original line of scrimmage. So I would expect a pass, maybe over the middle, to try to get at least across midfield. This is why I don't call the plays. They do a handoff up the middle. That's the give to number 23, Gwynyard again. And he is going to get up to the 48-yard line. But it's going to set up a 3rd and 16 now for OW. This is kind of another one of those cases where if you're the Preds, you don't want anything to go behind you. You almost want to have your backs back at that first down stick and keep everything in front. But they go 4 wide. Looks like we're going to rush 4. They're going to roll the pocket out to the right, and Mac's going to keep it. And he is going to have the whole backside of the field open. He stretched for it. Let's see if they give him enough for the first down. It looks like from the initial mark that he is going to be short by a yard, maybe a yard and a half. And this will be a definite go-for-it situation for the Bruins. They're not even asking any questions about that. They are lining right up. This has to be a read option here. It is a read option. It's a keep, and Mac's going to gain the first down, gain of about 3. And the drive will be kept alive. And it really all is kept alive on the feet of Anthony Mack, who had that nice scramble on that 3rd and 16 play to get them into that position so they could run their read option on the 4th and 1. So a very nice job done by the quarterback for the Bruins. He's back there again. Looks like he's going to keep it on this read option. Dawson Lewis is right there for the stop behind the line of scrimmage. And number 8 along to help Tommy Priester. That'll be another loss on first down. 2nd and 12 now for the Bruins. Not a whole lot of success for OW through the air. They had the one nice 4th and 13 play from about this position where they ran 4 verts and hit the receiver just over Hudson's head. They got him down inside the 5. They've run a few quick out routes that have been somewhat successful, but other than those few things, there's a little RPO, and it should have probably been given as Dawson Lewis played no part in that drama, and they will tackle him back at the 42-yard line, and it's going to bring up another 3rd and really long situation here for OW. So 3rd and we'll say it's the full 20 here. And it's most likely whatever happens on this play, I would imagine if they get at least 10, they're going to go for it on 4th down. There's a play action pass out to the right. He's going to hit number 5 for OW. That's Horace Jacques. But number 25 for the Preds, Malik Thomas, says not so fast, and it's going to be 4th and long. And looks like the punt team is coming on. So very nice play by the Preds there to make that stop on 3rd and long, keep them within that yardage range where they weren't going to go for it on 4th down. And it's going to force OW to punt. Chris Turner back deep to return for the Preds. Dalen Bucky on to punt for the Bruins. Doesn't look like a punt rush is on. Snap is good. End over end punt. Probably going to take a good bounce. Please get through. Yes. Be a touchback for the Preds. Did not want that down inside the 5. Just gave it a little bit too much there, and Fox Creek will take over on the touchback. 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. 2:35 left in the third quarter. 23-0 in favor of the Bruins. Fox Creek on the last drive found something on the ground. He's going to pull and run an option right there to Quincy Wells, and he's going to gain about 6 yards. So the first time we've seen the option. Nice little triple option out of the gun. Bring up 2nd down and 5 for Fox Creek. Let's see if they stay on the ground. There's to give to Cash, but there's good penetration there by the OW line. He's going to lose a couple and bring up a 3rd down and 7. However, with 3rd and 7, we're still in that realm where we do have run and pass available. It's not 3rd and 17 where you know the pass is coming. But 3rd and 7, we can do either or. Because we've proven that we can get 7 yards on the ground and in the air. Let's see, they're going to roll Johnson out to his left. He's going to throw. He's got a man. It is, looks like he had a foot in, and they do call it complete. O'Bannon out at the 35-yard line. That'll be good enough for a Predator 1st down. You can see Johnson rolling out there. Plants his feet, turns his shoulders, fires a strike to O'Bannon right on the sideline. Did a nice job of keeping his feet in bounds and making the catch. So 1st and 10 for the Preds. He's got Cash and Quincy Wells in the backfield. Receiver slips, breaking out to his route. So Johnson's just going to try to make something of it himself. He's going to get about 5 yards. But Chandler O'Bannon looked like the primary target, slipped, breaking from the line of scrimmage, kind of threw the whole timing of the playoff, and therefore Johnson kind of had to make something of nothing there. But footing has been an issue tonight for both teams. And I'm not sure if there's moisture forming on the field. We got a cold front coming through. But we haven't had any rain recently. And that is thrown, looked like backwards there by Johnson. Big time penetration there by the Bruin line. But I don't know if that was a forward pass. If they're calling it a forward pass, there's a flag down in the area of intentional grounding. If it's a forward pass, it will be grounding, which will be loss of down. If he threw it backwards, it'll be just out where he is, but the down will progress anyway. But let's see what the result is of this discussion. Because from my vantage point up here, he threw it from about the 27-yard line, and the referee has marked it out at the 27. So it would be an even plane. But the ref is indicating that he is going to go with intentional grounding, which will be another one of these big plays that really just takes the wind out of the sails of the offense after some nice progress on the first series. But it's going to be 3rd down and 18 now for the Preds after the intentional grounding call. All right, the Y on the clock. Johnson's got trip receivers to his right. He's got Cash back there with him. Chandler O'Bannon to his left. Low snap. He's going to roll that way. Not going to have much there. He's just going to try to scramble for his life and can't get it away. Very wisely protected the ball as he went down, but that's going to be another big loss, and Predators go back to their own 15-yard line. Well, it'll be 4th and a lot of math to go. Stamp will come on to punt. But we'll pick up that punt in the fourth quarter. Is that horn means it's the end of 3. And at the end of 3, your score, Orangeburg-Wilkinson 23, Fox Creek 0. We'll be right back. We're going to say hello to our sponsors, and thank you guys so much for tuning in to Predator Sports. Thank you. All right, we pick it right back up to you, Stan, for the nice end-over-end punt. Bobbled by the returner there, and a very nice play made by number 7, Bryson Johnson, who ends up tackling the Bruin returner for a 0-yard return. And the Bruins will take over 1st and 10 at their own 44-yard line. So fourth quarter, Orangeburg-Wilkinson 23, Fox Creek 0. Big spot of improvement and over the first 2 games coming into this game so far has been the defense. We've made some nice defensive stops. We've held them on that first down yardage where we forced them into some 3rd and longs. You know, the first couple games we had some yardage. We were against the wall, a lot of 2nd and 2, 2nd and 1s, and it's tough to really build a defensive stand on that. Pass options were not there for Mack as he just scrambles to safety. Gain of about 1. Bradley Brown on the stop, but he's shaken up on the play. We got a little injury timeout. Let's hope that's not serious. But he's walking off onto his own strength, so that's always a good sign. Brown has played really well so far this year, been in on a lot of tackles. So he will be one that we hope will be right back in after a couple of plays. But 2nd down and 9 coming up now for the Preds. Mack back in the backfield. He's going to hand it off. And that's going to be a gain of about 15 yards by number 28 for OW, Elston Williams. Mack back in the gun. Caleb Johnson back there with him. High snap. Mack's going to keep this one, and he's going to gain about 2. And OW is going to start working on the clock. As we wind down to sub 11 minutes in this match. Orangeburg-Wilkinson up 23-0. So they're going to look to drain the clock on this drive and come out with some points. Handoff right up the middle. It's not going anywhere. Preds were all over that. That's number 25, Malik Thomas on the stop. For Fox Creek, Johnson on the carry, but no gain. Bring up that 3rd and long situation again for OW. And a chance for our defense to get off the field. I would think in this point in the game, if we could get a stop on 3rd down and it's not 4th and 1, 4th and 2, that they will be punting to try to pin us deep. Mack to pass. He's going to throw a slant over the middle. That's incomplete, well behind the intended receiver, Jaleel Freeman. Host of Predators around him. And it'll be 4th down. And here comes the punt team. They're not going to risk anything here, especially giving us good field position. Going to try to pin us deep. We've got Turner back deep to return. Buckery on for the kick. And this is kind of one of those situations where anything forward is good. You don't want a bad snap here where you're having to scramble around. You have to fall on it and really give the Preds good field position. So anything forward here has to be a positive outcome for this play. Snap is good. End over end punt, and it's a good chance to be down, but it is going to get through the end zone. They had a couple of runners down there, but were unable to down it inside the 5 of the Predators. Instead, Fox Creek will take over 1st and 10 at their 20-yard line. So some positive things happen for the Predator offense on the first couple drives of the second half. We had a nice run game established. We just had an inopportune interception that was thrown that really kind of took the wind out of the sails for that drive. We had some other plays, and there's a fumble, and it looks to be OW's claiming that they have it. Let's see what the and there's the official signal, and the Bruins will take over. Just a heartbreaking turnover on that play for the Preds. A chance to drive the ball down the field, get on the board, maybe have a chance to do a little something with the 10 minutes that are left in the game. But a big-time turnover there by Fox Creek. And then a timeout called by the Predators as the defense takes the field one more time. But as they will take a timeout, we will take a timeout as well. And all right, we are back with you. There's 9:31 left in this matchup. Orangeburg-Wilkinson 23, Fox Creek 0. There's a snap, and they give to Caleb Johnson. He's going to waltz into the end zone on their one-play touchdown drive. And that might be the dagger for our Preds tonight. Came right off the heels of the turnover, the fumble, which was the first play of our drive after our defense made a nice stand, forced a punt. And Orangeburg-Wilkinson has done their job and has capitalized on turnovers tonight. And the point after attempt is good. They've had 3 turnovers tonight, and all of them have resulted in Orangeburg-Wilkinson points. But nothing more heartbreaking than that last fumble after a nice defensive stop and some momentum starting to swing in our favor. But the fumble really took that away, and then Orangeburg-Wilkinson striking very quickly on their first play, walking it right into the end zone. And now your score, Orangeburg-Wilkinson 30, Fox Creek 0. But the boys are still playing hard. But that last one really took a lot of wind out of the sails. But once again, we do thank you guys for joining Fox Creek Sports on YouTube Live. We've had the pleasure of bringing these games to you for this season. And a big thanks to Mr. Holloway and his work with the camera, the replays, really being the producer for the show and putting up, having to listen to me right next to me, a foot away for this whole time. But we're in the fourth quarter now, 9:20 left. 30-0 OW. Tinker on to kick. And the Preds will take over, but he was popped, Mekhi Overton, at the 25-yard line. And Fox Creek will take over 1st and 10 at the 25. Well, if you're still with us, we hope you'll stay with us. Like I said, 9:16 left. The Braves are just in the first inning. They just started, so it's 0-0, so nothing going on over there yet. So hold on tight. Don't switch over to that quite yet. We've got Johnson in the gun. He's got 2 backs with him. He's going to drop back and look to throw. He's got O'Bannon, who beat his man off the line, just thrown a yard over his head. O'Bannon made a nice move at the line of scrimmage to create that separation, and he had him by a step, but just overthrew him. Bring up 2nd down and 10 for the Preds. Johnson again with 2 backs there in the backfield with him. He's going to hand it off to Cash. Nice hole there off the left side. He's going to get about 6. It'll bring up a 3rd and very manageable 4 yards. And for those of you looking for some fall weather, I'll be happy to report that it is approaching again. There's Johnson back in the gun. He's got a lot of pressure, and he's not going to be able to do anything with that. Good job holding on to the ball. That'll bring up 4th and 12 for the Preds. And they're going to send the punt team on to send it away to OW. But the breeze has picked up here, and the temperature has dropped. So if you're looking to do a little yard work this weekend, that might be a good thing for you. Or it might be a good weekend just to stay in and watch a little more football on the screen. 4th and 12. 7:55 left in this one. Stampley on to punt. Snap is good. Kick is good. Takes a nice predator bounce. Stamp has done a good job of getting that top spin created end over end, and that is down at the 33-yard line of the Bruins, where they will take over 1st and 10. Like I said, we hope you're staying tuned with us. We will have this broadcast recorded session posted. So if you weren't able to watch tonight, if you had somebody that wasn't able to watch it tonight, and you can send them the link, tell them to hop on. They can browse through. They can even mute it so they don't have to listen to me, and carry on throughout the game, watch some of their favorite players, their favorite friends out there. But the boys have done well tonight. 7:30 left in this one. High snap. Handoff goes for about 2 yards. New quarterback in for the Bruins. It's number 13, Jabari Gaffney. We got an injured Predator down. And Miss Christina Smith out there tending to the player. Hope he is okay. As soon as we get a number, we'll fill you in on who it is. Looks like Dawson Lewis was the one shaking up, but he is up walking off under his own strength. Always a good sign. Taking care of that left arm there, it looks to be. We'll restart 2nd and 8 for the Bruins at their own 34-yard line. A lot of whistles going on. We do have a timeout called for Fox Creek, and we will take that timeout with them. But thank you so much for listening to Predator Football on YouTube Live. All right, guys, we are back. 7:14 left in this one. 2nd down and 8 for the Bruins. Coming up, Jabari Gaffney on the handoff. And number 2 on the carry for OW. That's Antonio Williams. Bring it up to about the 40-yard line. And a 3rd and 3 coming up for OW. Third and 3, another big-time play for the defense. Let's see if they can get off the field and give our offense another shot at some points. Jabari Gaffney, the back, is going to give the handoff. And it looks like he might have the first down with that second effort there. That was number 26 on the carry, Jalen Carson. And they are going to give him enough yardage for the first down. Bruins will take over, or they'll continue their drive, 1st and 10. Like I said, if you're a baseball fan, we thank you for sticking with us and watching the Preds. The Braves have just started, still in the 1st inning. Astros and Rays are in the 7th. Astros are winning 7-2. Looks like they're going to even up that series. So if you're an Astros fan, hopefully you've been relaying their signals to them. Nice play there by the Preds. It's going to knock him back in the backfield all the way back to the 35-yard line. Tyler Prescott in on the stop for Fox Creek. We've got a 2nd and 18 coming up for OW. And some substitutions coming in and out. We're starting to see some fresh faces and fresh jerseys out on the field in the last 5 minutes of this one. Gaffney back in the gun. He's got 4 wide. They do a little read option. Gaffney's going to keep it, and he is not going to get anything. That's number 44 for the Preds on the tackle, Caleb Cook. And it'll be down 3rd and 18. Score Orangeburg-Wilkinson 30, Fox Creek 0. But the Preds have played hard, and they've continued to play hard throughout this game. There's been no let up. The fans have been great. The crowd's been into it. And now we have a 3rd and long. Gaffney going to get a chance to throw. We're going to have some pressure here on Gaffney. He's just going to do the smart thing. Option 1 wasn't there. He didn't look down to the checks, and he's just going to slide on into the 34-yard line, bring up a 4th down, and they'll punt. Another good defensive stop by the Preds. Buckley back to punt. And number 6, Chris Turner, on to return for the Preds. Good snap. Nice kick. And it goes by Turner. I don't know that he touched it. I don't think he touched it. Let's see what the call is. One ref is saying it belongs to the Bruins. One ref says it belongs to the Predators. We'll see who outrules who. Let's see what the head man says. Looks like a sideline warning against OW. And it looks like Preds are going to keep the ball. They didn't say it was touched by Turner on that. Rolled on by. And it looks like both sides are content with that resolution. But it is going to result in a few yards forward for the Preds as a result of that penalty. So with 3:05 left in this one, 30-0 is your score. Predators take over 1st and 10 at their own 47-yard line. Johnson's got 4 wide. He's got Deja Miles in motion. Johnson's just going to keep it off to the right. And he's going to be popped out of bounds. Might have been a touch late. Might have been a bit ticky-tack if they called that for a personal foul, but he gained about 2 yards, bring up 2nd down and 8. Damian Jackson on the hit for the Bruins. So 2nd down and 8 for the Preds. See if we can get some points on the board here with the last 2.5 to go. Johnson running it left. He has got a convoy of blockers. A very nice block there by Cash to spring Johnson forward into Bruin territory, and they've got a 1st down. And that play was really made there by Cash Johnson. As Jaden followed him, Big Nick Williams was out there too, leading the way, but Cash made the big block there, gave him that lane, and Johnson converted it into a 1st down. OW playing 4 deep, so the lanes are there up front. They go to Cash. He's going to get about 3. Going to bring up 2nd down and 7, 1:50 left. You know, the Preds are wanting some points here. Get on the board. OW looking to pitch the shutout. Snap is low. Johnson back. He's going to throw it out. Incomplete. It was intended for number 13, Hayden Rogers. Hayden probably would not have had a lot of room to run as he had a lot of Bruins in pursuit. But we've got 3rd down and 7 coming up now for the Preds. And you know it's 4-down territory at this point. A buck and a half left. 3rd and 7 from the Bruin 38. Johnson back to pass. Big rush coming through. A nice elusive move there by Johnson. He's going to get back to the original line of scrimmage, and it'll be 4th down and 7 coming up. The corners for OW have been very speedy, and they've really kept the Preds in check tonight. There hasn't been anything over the top really to go through. All right, they're going to rush 5 here on 4th and 7. Johnson's going to step up in the pocket. Let's see if he can make something. And the protection just broke down, and that'll be a turnover on downs for the Preds. And OW will take over, and that should probably round us out for the evening, as there's only 52 ticks left on the board. But a good effort on both ends of the football tonight. Had some chances on offense, had some momentum going, just had a few turnovers that really just turned the momentum around. Our defense played well. We had some situations there where they had a short field to go on, but we were able to hold them. We were able to force some punts. But in the end, they just had more points on the board than we did. And they'll take a knee. And the clock has yet to start rolling. And one more should probably do it. Snap is good. Kneel down, very well executed there. And that should bring us to a conclusion. This one, we do thank you guys for tuning in tonight for the Predator football game. Your final score in the next 14 seconds will be Orangeburg-Wilkinson Bruins 30 and your Fox Creek Predators 0. A good game tonight on both sides of the ball. Orangeburg-Wilkinson really did a nice job with the RPO. They mixed in a lot of the read option. The quarterback was able to take advantage of that, hit some lanes. They had a lot of success there. Fox Creek had a lot of success also on the defensive end. We had, there were a couple of big plays there that Orangeburg-Wilkinson had that really gave them their points. They had the 4th and 13 conversion that I've talked about. They had the RPO when we had them pinned down inside their 10, where they hit the slant route over the middle. The defender dove for the tackle, missed, and the guy took off for the 92-yard touchdown pass reception. And really those two big plays, we had a few costly turnovers, just kept us at bay. But like I said, final score, Orangeburg-Wilkinson 30, Fox Creek 0. We thank you so much for tuning in tonight from Lions Field in downtown North Augusta. We'll be with you guys next week at Strom Thurmond. So hope you guys tune in for that as a little Edgefield County clash up against the Strom Thurmond Rebels. But we'll see you guys next Friday night at 7:30, and we hope you have a great weekend, and we'll see all the students next week at school. Thank you guys. Have a good night.